Recently, new images circulating on social media platforms have once again brought attention to China's mysterious next-generation medium transport aircraft, commonly referred to as the Y-30. While official confirmation from Chinese authorities remains limited, multiple independent OXIDER analysts and aviation watchers now agree that the aircraft is in an advanced testing phase, with its first flight believed to have taken place in late 2025 and further sightings continuing into 2026. And now, with these latest images emerging, one critical question is being debated across defense communities worldwide. Will the Y-30 replace China's older military cargo aircraft fleet? To understand that, we need to look beyond the hype and into the actual role this aircraft is designed to fill. The Y-30 sits in what military planners call the medium lift gap. At the lower end of China's airlift capability, aircraft like the Y-9 and older Y-8 series still handle regional transport missions, troop movement, supply drops, and short-range logistics. At the extreme high end sits the massive Y-20 strategic airlifter, designed for intercontinental cargo, heavy armored vehicles, and large-scale deployments. But there has always been a missing middle, an aircraft capable of carrying significantly more than the Y-9, but without the cost, size, and operational complexity of the Y-20. This is where the Y-30 enters the picture. According to multiple defense analyses, the Y-30 is a four-engine turboprop transport aircraft designed to carry roughly 25 to 30 tons of payload, placing it directly between the Y-9 and Y-20 in capability. It is also expected to support operations from semi-prepared or rough airstrips, making it highly suitable for frontline logistics and rapid deployment scenarios. In simple terms, it is not a strategic giant like the Y-20. It is a battlefield workhorse, built for speed, flexibility, and volume of missions. But what makes this aircraft so significant is not just its payload. It is the design philosophy behind it. The Y-30 reportedly incorporates modern composite materials, advanced avionics, and more efficient turboprop engines compared to older Chinese transport aircraft. Some reports even suggest design influences from Western aircraft like the Airbus A400M and Lockheed Martin C-130J, particularly in its high wing configuration and rear ramp design. This indicates a clear shift in Chinese military aviation thinking, moving from quantity-based logistics to a more modern, networked, and efficient air mobility system. So, does this mean the Y-30 will replace older aircraft like the Y-9 or Y-8? The short answer is, partially yes, but not completely. The Y-30 is not designed to instantly retire the entire legacy fleet. Instead, it is expected to gradually replace the most overworked and outdated Y-9 and Y-8 variants in medium-range roles. These older platforms, while still functional, are increasingly limited in payload efficiency, avionics, and long-term sustainability. However, replacement in military aviation is never absolute. Even if the Y-30 enters full production, older aircraft will likely remain in secondary roles: training, low-intensity transport missions, or reserve logistics support. More importantly, the Y-30 is not meant to replace the Y-20 at all. The Y-20 remains China's heavy strategic airlifter, capable of moving far larger payloads over intercontinental distances. Instead, the Y-30 complements it, filling the operational gap between light and heavy airlift. Another key point is production logic. China's aviation strategy has consistently focused on building layered capability rather than single-platform dependency. That means multiple aircraft types working together: light, medium, and heavy transport fleets operating in coordination. From that perspective, the Y-30 is not a replacement. It is a force multiplier. It allows the PLA Air Force to increase sortie frequency for medium cargo missions, reduce overuse of expensive heavy airlifters like the Y-20, improve rapid deployment in contested or remote environments, enhance logistical independence in regional operations. And perhaps most importantly, it signals something deeper: China's growing confidence in its domestic aerospace industry. Unlike earlier generations of transport aircraft that relied heavily on foreign designs or legacy Soviet influence, The Y-30 appears to be a largely indigenous platform built on decades of incremental development. Still, several unknowns remain. The aircraft is still in prototype or early testing stages, and no official performance data has been fully confirmed. Payload estimates, engine specifications, and operational range figures vary between sources. Some analysts even suggest the designation itself may eventually change from Y-30 to Y-15, depending on final military classification systems. What is clear, however, is the direction of travel. China is actively modernizing its airlift fleet, and the emergence of the Y-30 is a strong signal that the next phase of that modernization is already underway. So, will it replace older cargo aircraft? Yes, but gradually, selectively, and strategically. The Y-30 is not a sudden revolution. It is an evolution, one that strengthens China's tactical mobility layer while reshaping how the PLA thinks about logistics, deployment speed, and battlefield reach. And with every new image appearing online, one thing becomes increasingly certain. This aircraft is no longer just a prototype in the shadows. It is becoming a central piece of China's future air mobility puzzle.